CRPC and 162 CRPC. See, under section 161 CRPC, there is a statement before police, which is unsigned. And secondly, under section 162 CRPC, the manner how it can be corroborated and how it can be contradicted and how omission can be taken out from the same during the examination chief and cross examination, and when the witness turns hostile, how we can use it. If you are a public prosecutor and if you are in defense, you can always contradict or take out omissions. Now 164 CRP is totally different. It has got a very good evidentiary value. Then also there are judgment which says it cannot be completely relied upon. It has to be corroborated. There are judgment which says only on the basis of 164 CRPC, the people, the accused cannot be convicted. Now, why statement under section 164 CRPC is recorded when there is 161 CRPC, where police records it? See, 164 CRPC is a power, I would like to say, in a criminal practice where it can be used when an accused says that I want to confess something. Mostly is in a serious offenses, of course, rape and murder and bomb blast or some serious cases. And it is also a possibility there is a witness who says, I want to make a statement. I have seen the incidents. There is a complainant. It may be a child, it may be a rape victim who wants to say, I would like to give my statement before the police. And after the police records the under 161 and it finds there is a substance and there is a very important information relating to the offense happened. They may take the person. It may be a lady or a child in POCSO case, in rape cases lady, or some other case in maybe murder case or whatever, serious offenses, it may be terrorist activities. We all remember Sanjay Dutt's case. Now, in such cases, confession is recorded of the accused. If it is a witness or if it is a first informant, and there is a very important information piece of evidence which has to be very important from the point of the trial, during the trial, justice is obtained, then at those times, the person is taken to the judicial magistrate. Now, before judicial magistrate, there is under section 281 of CRPC, there is a manner how the accused statement is recorded. Now, when the witness, if a lady, suppose there is a rape victim, her statement is recorded. Nowadays, we find so many cases where rape victim says, there is a rape happened upon me. And when the matter comes before the court, she completely rebuke or she completely, I would say, somebody resides from this statement. She abandoned her statement that there was a rape committed on her. In such times, it is very difficult for the court also because a lot of public money and public time and court judicial precious time is wasted. In those kind of cases, 164 CRPC is recorded. So it is always to record the important piece of information. Now mostly in serious offenses, it is recorded to deter that witness or to put him under moral obligation that she or he cannot deny or turn hostile after some time. No, I have not said this. So 164 CRPC is very important. Now about 164 CRPC, there is also one small amendment in 164 CRPC. Suppose the person, complainant, is a small child, or possibly there is a possibility of she's a disabled, he or she is a disabled under POCSO and physically challenged. In those, there is an amendment in CRPC 164 which says that child or that physical disabled person, her statement may be videographed and that can be used in examination chief. And in those cases, this examination chief, through this examination chief, cross will be conducted and there will not be further chief examination. So it is also very important from that angle also. Now 164 CRPC, whatever statements recorded, it is a public document. And what is public document? It doesn't require any corroboration from anyone. See, if you have your result is not a public document, but if you have your Aadhaar card, nobody asks the proof because, or you have a living certificate from a school, it has to be assumed that it is a public document because it was school may be not a government school, but then it has to be assumed that it is a document which doesn't require much proof. They will not go to the principal of the school to find out whether the living certificate is false or true. But in those cases, now in CRPC 164 CRPC, whenever the statement is recorded, it is called a public document. So there will not be formal proof is required. So court will always assume that whenever it is recorded, it is recorded by proper means and it is a public document. And whenever charge sheet is filed under section 173, the statement will be the part of the charge sheet. Now, this statement is signed by the accused and the witnesses. Even if it is not signed, it is signed. It has got the value because there are cases where it is not signed. Or there is a possibility that the complainant is unable to sign. Suppose it is child. She or he may not sign the POCSO because what the child of 9 or 10 years will sign, and his signature will never have a value on that. Those are, I have seen the charge sheet where child signature is also taken, but then it is not valid because child is below 18 years. In those cases, mother can also be asked to be in the same room where this statement is recorded. Now, when the statement is recorded, because it is called a public document, it is very important piece of evidence. So it is kept in a seal under the cover and seal, and this will be handed over to investigation officer, and investigation officer will submit it along with the charge sheet. If it is a session tribal case, suppose it's a rape charges or there is a murder charges, the case will be committed to the session court, then it will be a part of the same. If it is mostly it is serious cases, so therefore I am saying that whenever the case is committed, it will be part of the charge sheet. Whenever. And now there was a question in one of my lecture where, how much time it is required, how much time the court or the law grants, statute grants to record this kind of statements. Now court is not saying that before during investigation there are 3 stages: investigation, inquiry, and trial. During investigation it can be recorded any time, not after inquiry and trial when it comes before the court. So see, this statement is recorded before the judicial magistrate or near any metropolitan magistrate if it is a city. That time it is recorded, and this will be a part of charge sheet. Now, because it is recorded as a before the judicial magistrate, it is a very small, I would say important piece of evidence. But nowhere in the law you will find it is substantive piece of evidence. The reason behind it, because that time when the statement is recorded, it is always before the inquiry and trial. So it is not put to the cross-examination. So it is not like deposition, though it is under oath. It will not never be under the, I would say, it is not open for cross-examination. So it will not be a substantive piece of, that is, I would say, ठोस जो सबूत बोलते हैं, वो नहीं होगा. And because it is no substantive piece of evidence, the conviction completely cannot be dependent on this. So there has to be corroboration, and this, like other statement, cross-examination, you can use this for corroboration. Also, you can use also for the contradiction or taking out omissions. So it is also used for when you are going for a cross-examination. This is a part and parcel of the cross-examination proceeding where you can use this. Now, when it is recorded, the magistrate always will ask, if it is a witness, whether you want to make such kind of statement, whether there is a pressure upon you, whether there is a force upon you. If it is an accused, the magistrate always has to tell him or her that this statement, whatever you are recording, may be used, it might be used against you during the trial, and you can be punished for that. So they have to inform the duty of the magistrate that they have to first check whether the person who is coming to give confession or statement, they have to ask whether he is under any pressure. If it is there any fear, is there any police pressure upon him, why he is recording this, why he wants to, and it can be used against him. That these are the all important things which has to be explained to the accused. If it is accused, if he is giving confession, and if it is I would say it is a witness, if it is giving statement, then he or she has to be explained that this will be read in the evidence before the court, and you can be corroborated about this, and whatever you say, it will be on the oath. So the magistrate will make a footnote of the same, that these all formalities or compliance has been done, and he will put his signature. Now, there is a very important case of Supreme Court. This is state of Karnataka by Nonavi Kera. The name is very difficult. Police station versus Shivanna. I'll share this. You will have a basic idea about what is confession.